This stream is going to go a place I haven't been in a while. And also, I have a wingman with me today.
Oh, wait, so, bit of a tech issue here. I can hear you through Twitch, but I can't hear you through Discord.
Excuse me? That is strange. How about now?
Okay, I heard an... There we go, now I can hear you.
Okay, good. Whew.
Yeah. I was worried for a second there, I was like, wait a minute, it seems like it's been quiet for a while, I better check the Twitch page.
Well, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, or...
Oh, hey everybody, I'm not Xeon. But to be serious, I go by Dr. Black online, Fighter Works Factory at YouTube. Fighter, not fire. But I've been on the channel before. Been a while, glad to be back.
But my question now is, when are we going to get to the Fighter Works Factory?
You know, whenever COVID's over. That's my official answer.
Alright, well instead we've got an Xbox game. Which, I am stunned that I got this, because it seemed like GameFly cleared out their inventory of like GameCube, Xbox, and PS2 stuff. And then this showed up.
So this is... You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually owned an original Xbox.
Oh, I only got one because of Jet Set Radio Future.
To me, it always came across like a Halo machine. As probably diminutive as that probably sounds. That's not fair, but that's just my perception at the time.
Nah, that's fair for the most part. I only got it because of Jet Set Radio Future.
That is totally fair. That is totally fair.
I mean, I'll find other little things here and there that I can appreciate, like Breakdown, but otherwise, it's mostly $5 gaming fodder, which is weird because I don't think I've actually done a $5 gaming on an Xbox game.
Huh. You know, I think you're right, actually. At least from my memory, anyway. Though, speaking of Jet Set Radio Future, honestly, it's kind of a shame that Sega forgets it has other franchises that aren't Sonic or Yakuza
Yeah.
or Total War.
Before I get sad talking about that, though...
Open for business. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
Thanks, System of a Dork, for following the stream. I love that name.
That is a great name.
Alright, let me actually start up the game now. Oh, hello, Yune. Yep, it's that game. I say that as though I know what I'm getting into, but I don't. Actually, let me read the description for this.
There's a lot of lag here. Let me close my browser here. There's a lot of lag.
After a cataclysmic earthquake submerged... What the fuck am I looking at?
Huh. That... Okay, that's not horrifying.
What twisted metal game did you come from? Probably Small Brawl.
I'm actually curious if, like... I've never heard of this company before. I wonder what else they've done, if anything.
After a cataclysmic earthquake submerges the northern hemisphere under the sea, chaos ensues on Earth. 3 tyrants oppress the people as they vie for ultimate power. In this dangerous water world... Oh no, it's a water world.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Kevin Costner.
Yay.
Only the Sea Blades can revive freedom. By destroying the tyrants and uncovering the mystery behind an unknown energy.
And that guy had huge hands. Sorry.
I haven't been paying attention to the lore at all. Do I continue watching this distress call?
Wow, it's not even animated. Okay. Okay.
I'm getting, just from the way the character models look, I am getting horrible flashbacks to Iridium runners.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely see that. I can definitely
Like,
see that.
the art style, the way the face and bodies are structured.
The the weird proportions of their limbs.
I call this not Incredibles style.
Yeah, I could definitely see what you mean there. Very stark art shift here, but I guess is this like a flashback or? Oh.
Holy shit, those long legs.
Yeah. Gotta say, with those giant shoulders, that guy's head looks positively small.
Was this a failed cartoon pilot, then they made it into a game?
You know, you say that, and now I'm thinking of, like, that Hot Wheels show that aired for, like, 2 years.
I forgot that was a thing. Oh god, he has no neck.
Yes, just zoom in on them talking. That'll compensate for the fact that you didn't animate this.
Seablade Squadron is ready for action, sir.
I hope you're right, because it's time to call the dogs and piss on the fire. Good luck, Seablade
Wait, what?
Squadron.
Call the dogs and piss on the fire?
You know, maybe in their universe it's a colloquial term we don't understand.
Well, this does take place in near future AD, so maybe.
Yes. So, 20XX, essentially.
Yeah, it feels weird just holding an Xbox controller. I haven't done this in a while. What the? It automatically backed me out of the game controls menu.
You know... Huh. It's like, you took too long. You had enough time to read. You're good.
Hold on, I'm timing this.
Do you actually have that style? Do you actually have that style of Xbox controller? Out of curiosity, because I gotta say, I always hated that controller.
Oh, the Duke? No, I don't have that.
Okay. Yeah,
Also,
I remember that kind of colored my perception of the Xbox also, which probably wasn't fair because I later realized that wasn't the only kind of controller.
Also, you have 11 seconds to take in these controls.
So what genre is this actually? Is this is it a shooter or is it a platformer or? Oh, steers. Okay.
I think it's like a shooter flight mix.
Okay.
Let's find out.
$50,000 free blocks. Okay then. Yeah, that's one thing that I don't really think about often, is how we live in an era now where people don't really think about save data, but it was such a huge issue back then. I remember, like, when I first got Tony Hawk Underground, I actually had to start the game over because I didn't have enough memory on my have enough memory on my memory card.
I'm sorry, he's known as the Foghorn?
Well, hopefully his partner will be the Leghorn.
That's a joke, son.
Keep up. His color. Oh, okay. So that's how they're explaining the pissing thing. He's known for his colorful metaphors.
Age 26, height 6'4", weight 278 pounds, blood type AB.
What do you want to bet his bio says, like, ex-football player or something like that?
Oh god, if it doesn't, I would be amazingly surprised.
As an evac pilot in the Southern Alliance, Cage handled
Somewhere Luke Cage is preparing a character defamation lawsuit against this guy.
Somewhere.
recruited by enter the Seablade program. Already quick on his rather large feet, Page's
Now, if I
motor
just
skills
let...
from the
Oh, I can skip to the next one.
name Cleo Santiago. Age
Why are you bent over like that?
5'5",
You see, Scott, this was how females had to pose back in those days.
rank
It was the
Airman
rules.
First Class. Neuroclass B.
Back in those days of the near future.
Yeah, back in the days of the near future.
Where,
It's like that.
where
It's like that
everybody,
episode of.
everybody had to have a scoliosis test all the time.
Maybe that's gonna be the next pandemic. Oh, sorry, bad joke. Oh, Mr. Colleen. Man, his arms are. His forearms and his hands are gigantic.
Why are all these profile shots like mid-freestyle?
Yeah.
Rebel leader.
I guess he's sort of bent over, sort of. So equality.
Bent over, hunched over. It's all the same, really.
Fascinated with ice fields in the north, he received funding from several wealthy admirers to establish the Arctic Research Center. Name Elaine Trevino. Age 20.
Wow. Okay.
Height
You are not...
Okay.
Weight 124 pounds. Blood type RH.
They say dress for the job you want, and I'm pretty sure the job you want does not relate to what we're about to do.
Actually weird. Like she looks like she doesn't even belong in this group.
She looks like she belongs on like a Busta Groove cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deciding to follow his career in law enforcement, she enlisted in the military. Name Mindy Matthews. Age 20.
This
Height
is
5'6".
wow. That
Weight.
I'm sure they put a lot of thought into this
Blood
design.
type O. Title. First officer.
This was the we didn't have time to finish this character model design.
Matthews family,
Yeah.
Going back to the 21st century, it's no surprise Mindy Matthews would enlist right out of high school. Name David Pierce.
Oh, there's the
Age
football
24.
player.
There we
Height
go.
6'2".
Come on.
Weight
Come on. I want to see it. Where does it say it?
AB.
It's got to.
Rank, Lieutenant, leader of the Seablade Squadron. Neuroclass A, Seablade All.
Graduate.
Raised in an orphanage, David Pierce went on to graduate.
Ah,
from
darn it.
business
Air
class
Defense
at the Air
Academy.
Defense Academy.
Okay.
He was immediately
Hey, the Air Defense Academy can have a football team.
True. Got a football scholarship to go there.
Out of hundreds of potential pilots, Pierce was one of only 4 to make it through the brutal training.
Unfortunately, they've always had complaints about losing to Ohio State every year.
43. Height 5'11".
I love how shiny everybody is.
Blood type AB. Title Warlord. Samuel Reed.
How many fucking people are here?
Age 23.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, when we got to the woman who was wearing all white, I was under the impression that we were, like, winding down. Like, okay, she has so little effort put into her model, she's gotta be the last one, right? Nope.
Singh was Pierce's classmate at the Air Defense
Oh, this
Academy.
guy's 222 pounds, too. The first guy was. Yeah, because I'm actually paying attention.
There have been a few people who are 222 pounds.
That's fair.
Name Casey Harden. Age 26. Height 5'11". Weight 132 pounds. Blood type A. Title Leader of the Rogue Pilots. Anti-heroine Casey Harden has a past that's shrouded in mystery. Rumor has it
Yeah, when you don't feel like coming up with a backstory, you can just say their past is shrouded in mystery. Also, I'm realizing
Yeah.
the text doesn't properly scroll. It just gets cut into a third and disappears.
Yeah, actually it does. That is true. It's like it doesn't actually, like, there's, like, no mask, there's no, like, layer mask at all. It just kind of vanishes eventually.
With trademark black leather outfits. Name Marlo.
Let me guess, he's 222
Wow.
pounds as well.
5'6".
Oh,
You know, but look, he's like Kingpin. He's like 90% muscle.
of course his blood type is O.
As a young
Just to
Swear.
match his roundness.
Wow, he's only 5'6".
Ruggedly handsome.
Wait, 5'6", 387 pounds.
He was diagnosed with a rare thyroid disorder that caused his body to bloat grotesquely. Shunned by much of society because of his appearance, he decided to join Dr. Cruz's archaeological.
I don't know if he would be shunned for his size so much as his mustard clothes.
He was the lead scientist during the examination of the creature.
I think Colonel Mustard has something to say about this.
He's in a constant state of Dick Tracy cosplay.
Most loyal followers. Along with brutality and general mayhem.
Okay, finally.
Hello, Lieutenant Pierce. First
I
officer
might
Mindy
dip out
Matthews.
for just a sec, only because I just realized my Ethernet cable's not plugged in.
Aboard the Argus. focusing.
That's fine, because we're only getting like 3 frames per briefing.
Turned into a large
Okay.
foundry for the Northern Warlords. Controlling the area is a supercomputer.
Oh, sorry, Unite. Runs on an Xbox emulator? Not well, but it runs. Well, I'm sure the Seablade community appreciates that.
CPU 666 is heavily malfunctioning and is prone to unpredictable behavior.
I think the big question is, which is a bigger community, the Seablades community or the War Gods community?
I don't want to know.
Just try to relax and let your enhanced reflexes make you one with your craft.
This just looks more awkward that the thing behind her is,
Follow the
well,
route
it
markers
was moving at a full frame rate while she wasn't.
Remember, the route markers are
Yeah.
telling you must reach them within a safe window. Or
That
risk
makes it
being
even more
contact.
awkward, actually, because then it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, oh, so you were capable of doing this, but then you just chose.
General quarters. General
Like, that's a very strange decision to make. I feel like I saw the floors repeat a couple times, but maybe that's just me.
Repeat. General quarters.
Oh, I love that font. It's great. I'm usually not a font snob, but that just comes across as overly generic.
That's the
I just-
default.
Especially given that like there's no space between Seablade and the number.
Quick, we gotta get to SeabladeTheGame.com.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna check my phone. I'm gonna look this up. I just want to see what it looks like. Okay. Wow, this is it. So, is it as awkward to control as it looks?
I can't figure out how to move forward.
Yeah. So I'm noticing that, like, that spot which I would imagine is supposed to be a jet of some kind has no exhaust.
Well, that could be because I'm not Can I not
That is-
pause?
Oh, wow. Is it really one of those games?
Oh, wow. This is really awkward to control.
Like, what do you do to, like, how exactly is it working? Like, do you accelerate with, like, the trigger or something, or?
You hold forward to move forward,
Oh, God.
and then all of your steering is on the right stick.
That, I mean, I guess that could work, but it looks really awkward. You know, I'm weirdly getting like, well, that's not even a fair comparison. For some reason, this made me think of Heatseeker.
Oh, Heatseeker controlled better than this.
Oh yeah, it's funny because when you reviewed that, I was like, oh hey, cool, because I actually am into flight sims, and I actually did own the game before I watched a review. Haven't played a Wii game in years though.
Oh, I'm gonna get shot down.
So,
Vital signs are low.
those buildings I'm noticing, they are either really small or the ship is really big.
I think the ship's really big.
Okay. Now my question is, I wonder if every level is going to be like this. Like if it's going to be, oh boy. Mission failed. Oh wow, okay.
Let's try that again.
Okay, I wonder if, okay. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those games where dying means starting over every time.
Okay, Pierce, locate the route markers by following the blue arrows.
Wait, what? My controls are reversed now.
Track enemies with a red arrow.
Now the left stick steers and the right stick moves forward and backward.
I don't understand how that happens. Like, now mind you, you're actually playing on an actual Xbox, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that doesn't even make sense. You can't even blame like an emulation for. You can't even blame an emulator for that. Like they literally had to program the game that way.
Gatling gun.
And I can't even like I can't even really say it's a glitch because that seems weirdly too deliberate of a choice. Like you'd think like it almost comes across like it's an alternate control scheme that just cycled through for no particular reason. Something I'm noticing is that it seems like when you need to actually aim and hit things, you just become a sitting duck. Like it's just like this, like the movement controls really aren't optimized for actually moving and shooting at the same time.
Okay. What's going to steer now?
D-pad.
Okay, Pierce. Locate the route markers by following the blue arrows.
Okay, it's still forward with the right stick.
Pierce, you'll
Okay. That still sounds super awkward though. Like, and I know actually we've talked about this before. Very briefly. For me, I actually am left-handed, but like playing games left-handed is super awkward for me.
I'm just gonna follow the route markers and see what happens.
Wouldn't that be amazing if that's all you had to do, and then suddenly, despite killing no one, you beat the mission?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Doesn't make this any easier to maneuver, though. Are there health pickups of any sort?
I think I saw one inside, like, the carrier that dropped you off, like, when you first started playing. Oh, was that one? Like, in the center of those buildings?
That's a missile power-up.
Oh, you can go underwater, okay.
Thus, the C part of the name.
Ah. Very true, very true. I guess it occurs to me now that there hasn't been much C in this Seablade game yet.
It's still early, give it time.
Yeah, yeah. Are you moving slower underwater?
Much slower.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me.
That is not the stream slowing down, it's the game slowing down.
Okay. Jeez, how many route markers are there?
Too damn many.
I'll say this though, now that you're like really flying around, this level's more open than I thought it was. Huh. I actually didn't notice until just now you had a time limit. Wow, okay. There you go. So I guess actually playing the game and trying to have fun is pointless. Well, quote unquote fun.
There's no atmosphere anywhere. Anyway, there's no music.
Okay, I thought maybe there was something wrong with my audio. Okay, that's not just me.
Argosy has received another transmission from Dr. Cruz. We're uploading the data to your ship now.
You know, that mission font weirdly looks like the Spider-Man font from like from the same generation.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Thank God. Your cause is just. Morale is very high with the Northern rebels, and we'll do whatever we can to assist you. Our operative, Commander Trevino, was captured gathering intel in Hokkaido. It's vital that Trevino is rescued.
Oh,
Naked
even
Bat.
the part that's actually moving has frames missing.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean,
Your mission, Lieutenant, is the
it seems like such a weird. Oh wow, she's actually wearing. Well, she's still got, well, sort of cleavage, but yeah, she's actually wearing the white suit now. Or nope, never mind, different person. They just have the exact same face. Okay, never mind.
General quarters. General quarters. All personnel may
Dare I? Okay, I was about to say, I'm wondering if you can skip that, because that's going to be really annoying to have to sit through that every time.
Yeah. We need Star Wars Rogue Squadron when you have this.
You can locate hostages by following the green arrows.
Hey, in this game, you can go under the sea. It automatically wins.
Oh, we have to free hostages now.
Huh. I wonder how that's going to work, because I don't see... This ship doesn't seem to have a way to, like, rescue people. It seems like... I'm wondering if rescuing the hostages is going to equate to blow up the container they're being held in.
Oh, that would have come in handy.
Yeah.
This is a pitiful fucking weapon.
It's like doing almost no damage at all. And just like every time you have to actually try and fight something, it's like you become a sitting duck. Damn.
Maybe I should have set it to easy.
What did you set it to?
Normal.
Ah. It's kind of. I wonder if this is one of those games where easy just becomes brain dead, or if like. Then again, I'm also worried that like easy won't even. It might not be a big difference, but. Do you only have 4 rounds for that Gatling gun?
I'm not sure what exactly that means.
It seems like that's a crappy Gatling gun if that's all the ammo you have.
Oh. As far as I can tell, you pretty much need to pick up special weapons, otherwise you can't do shit.
Okay. You see, with Seablade, they don't actually go into their missions properly equipped. They have to, like, steal their weapons, like, en route. That's just how it works. We don't have the budget for actual good weapons.
There was allegedly a
Whoa, what?
hostage in there somewhere, but I couldn't see it.
It's like, well, give me freedom or give me death. And I guess the option here is just blow them up.
Pierce, you can locate hostages by following the green arrows.
Man, I actually feel bad for you. This mission comes across like it's a nightmare.
Gatling gun.
The lack of exhaust is still getting to me. It just looks like you're just floating for no reason.
This is one of those hybrid Seablade vehicles.
Unless this is one. Okay, this is just a guess. I wonder if there's like a nitro power up that lets you go faster, and that's when the exhaust comes out. But that might be wishful thinking.
Gatling gun.
Oh, there's the hostage.
Oh, okay.
Your mission is going very well.
Is it? Is it, game?
Wait. What? Wait. So they glow, and then the camera cuts, and then I guess you rescued them?
Let's say yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm getting shot from everywhere.
And
Yeah, I may have
so
to.
this is just a me thing. There is kind of that point where I kind of refuse to acknowledge a game as hard when it's badly designed. Like, I don't consider the game being difficult because of bad design actual difficulty, you know? It's like, these enemies seem like they just have dead-on aim, too.
And they do a ton of damage.
Once again, it's like they're better equipped than you are.
Damn. Good thing these hostages can survive those explosions.
Very well.
Oh yeah. I think there's this is just I mean, I guess you could say maybe it's a nitpick thing, but I don't think it is. Like I think there's something to be said about visual indications for players, and the fact that these hostages are not really standing out enough compared to everything else to be that noticeable.
Like, have a beam of light above them or something.
Seems like that, but doesn't that only happen when you like save them though?
Well, they have to be visible for that to happen, I guess.
Oh, okay. You actually have to drop them off.
Can I get some first aid?
You see, I saw that landing pad with the plus mark, and I was like, oh, maybe you heal once you drop the person off.
Health.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some health, finally.
Okay. Contrary to what it looks like this game should be played like, I have to take this very methodically so I don't get instantly shot down.
And I also will say, I think this game feels like... I think this game could have used a bit of a widening of the spaces. Because, like, it feels like everything's being cluttered too closely together. And it seems like it makes it way too easy for all the enemies to just gang up on you at once.
This is a game that could badly use strafing.
Oh, yeah. And given the way these things move, you'd think that'd be a perfect use to add it to the game. The fact that they can back up, I think, says something about the way they're... whatever kind of propulsion technology they're using.
Can I go back to the ship and get more health?
Ooh, man. If that health doesn't respawn...
It does
oh,
respawn.
wow. That is awesome. Okay.
Health.
At least they had the sense to do that. I guess somebody had to have known this was way too hard to do without multiple health pickups.
Gatling gun.
Okay, where am I gonna get shot from now? Oh, right here.
Hey, but you're making progress now. You're making progress.
Yeah, I just had to figure out that the game was going to be the kind that you have to play in the least appropriate way possible for this kind of setup.
Yeah.
Gatling gun.
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. Finally somebody else.
Great, Pierce.
God,
That
there is so
rescue
little
animation is
atmosphere in this game.
It's so weird. It's like, this game feels so empty. I mean, not like literally empty, but it just feels like the game wasn't like actually finished.
Oh, when did this game come out?
That's a good question. Let's see here. Also, I should say, all of my attempts to go to SeabladeTheGame.com have failed.
Ah, shit. Does the Wayback Machine have anything?
Health.
You know what? That is worth a check. Okay, so this game came out in 2002. But, Wayback Machine, let's look into this. And oh wow, oh geez, okay. There's actually, it looks like it actually might have stayed up all the way until 2004. I mean, not 2004, 2014.
Shield.
2014 for this?
Yeah. There's actually an archive page for 2014. I'm gonna look up the latest one just to see.
Excellent work, Pierce.
Okay.
Who had that much faith in this game?
January 1st, 2014. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So the 2014 might not be entirely true, because what I'm noticing is that what happened was, when I went to cbladethegame.com, it said, we are going to redirect you now to Simon & Schuster Interactive Products. So this might be a case of, it wasn't actually up, it's just that it redirected to another website eventually.
That's disappointing, but expected.
Oh wow, and even like this webpage that is here, it says, Simon & Schuster no longer sell interactive products. Patches for some products previously sold by Simon & Schuster are available below. Okay, so this was literally just like patches for existing games. Let me go back to like 2002 and actually check like the website as originally intended.
2 times.
Okay, so we actually have a website, and it actually has an interface. But oh wait. There's a flashing tab called News. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it says here, August 27th, 2002. Check out our hints and tips page for winning Seablade strategies. But there's nothing to click on. Okay.
But I need those winning Seablade strategies.
I'm gonna keep browsing around this website, see if I can find something.
Mission complete.
Oh,
Good work, Pierce.
So when mission... Hold on. Excuse me.
Oh, geez, you won. Hey.
Yeah, so it locked up for a second, and the controller started vibrating uncontrollably. And I thought the game was going to crash.
Great design, man. It's great design.
I'm just amazed we're at mission 3.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, if you had failed a bunch of more times, I would not have even blamed you if you gave up.
Done. Our scientists also
Hello, cozy nerd. What the hell have we gotten ourselves into? Nice suspenders.
Informs us while the destruction of Hokkaido Island is necessary, a greater threat resides in a dormant volcanic basin in Venezuela. An enemy compound located.
There's something that's very uncanny about these still images.
Robotic organism named Metacolorum.
The fact that once again, like, the actual image itself is sort of moving.
Established the enemy compound.
Okay. I think I found... Ah, crap. Okay. Unfortunately, the hints and tips page leads to a broken JPEG.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I am going to do one more thing, though. I'm going to see if I can find...
Underway. Good luck.
By the way, can you hear my typing?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
Gatling gun.
Because it said, one of them said the plugin was not supported, so I'm going to try a different browser and see
Wait,
if
I have
that
turbo.
works.
How do I turbo?
Oh. Okay, maybe that's where the exhaust comes in. I've been waiting. Let's see it.
I would show it if I knew how.
Yeah. Maybe if they gave you more than 15 seconds to look at the controls.
Oh wait, now the left stick moves forward and
What the hell?
ah.
I am seriously wondering if there's some button that switches the controls. But then again, it happened the first time when you died, so I doubt that now that I think about it.
Oh god. Ah. Now I'm completely disoriented.
This game does not do tight spaces well.
Oh wait. The Y button switches the steering.
Please be careful.
Okay, that makes sense. Still seems like something you put in the options menu, but I guess they just wanted to have it be the Y button.
How the fuck do I turbo?
Ah, darn. Okay. I did try. It looks like it's just another broken JPEG. Unfortunately, the precious hints and tips will have to be our lost to time.
No. Well, now that I know how to unfuck the steering, hopefully this will go better.
So, I just happened to, like, as I was searching through this, looked at the cover. I feel like this game's cover will lead you to think it's not, like, it comes across like a very different game if you just look at the front cover. I would not guess that it has this art style if I just looked at the cover.
Is this going to be like that one Xbox game I played that had a very anime cover and then it wasn't anime at all?
Yeah. You know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm curious how well this game sold. Let's see.
Health systems low.
Okay, so I might be speaking too soon, but there might not be a... Okay, there is no Wikipedia article.
Oh.
There is, however, an article on the Crappy Games Wiki.
Oh?
Yeah. So I'm actually going to... I'm going to go ahead and peruse this real quick. Oh, never mind. This is one of those wikis where it's just like somebody made a list of things as to why it sucks. It's just like poor graphics, generic music, still images for the cutscenes, the controls, kind of the stuff we've already talked about.
Oh, by the way, have you been paying attention to where in the world we are right now?
No, actually, I have not. I just came back to the screen. What? Is this like some... Where are we?
Venezuela.
Okay, then. That seems dubious, but okay. Huh, I did not notice those weird heads until now.
Danger. Enemy ships spotted.
You know, I suppose it goes without saying, but at the same time, I just gotta say it. This game's colors, like, are really ugly. Which is weird because the character models for the cutscenes, like the actual cutscenes, are like... I'm not saying the color usage is great, I'm just saying, like, it's very, very colorful. But then you get into the missions and everything feels just very samey.
Yeah. No, I'm not seeing your messages twice, Cozy Nerd. And no, this is not a recent game. This is original Xbox. I'm noticing a pattern. We flew through an area, then rescued civilians, and then we just flew through an area, and the next mission is rescue civilians.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I am going to now look up. I wonder how many missions there actually are. Then, crap. Then again, there's probably nowhere on the internet that actually tells you.
Does GameFAQs have anything?
Let's see.
Is there a long play of this?
Okay, so on GameFAQs right now, and... Oh, wow, okay, so nobody favorited this thing, but that's not entirely surprising. Home... Oh, well, I can't find anything useful on GameFAQs for, like, guides or anything, but one thing I can tell you is that there are codes for invincibility and unlocking everything if you enter these codes here at the pause screen.
Uh-huh. I'll hold off on those for now, but good to know.
Yeah, that might come in handy later if this game progressively becomes more bullshit.
I mean, it's already kind of bullshit. It takes an absurd amount of shots to destroy most anything.
Which, once again, I understand that sometimes games do that to, like, make it more difficult, but there is always that weird disconnect, I feel, when I play games where the enemies are stronger than you for no particular reason. Like, even with games I like, it always seems strange. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm at the review section of GameFAQs now, and it says the first review is 2 out of 10, and it says I would rather eat dirt.
Sorry, that coincided with the frame rate taking a nosedive.
Oof. Honestly, it seems rather weird that a game like this would even have frame rate issues, but then again, I guess that's what you get for shoving so much shit on the screen at one time when you didn't bother optimizing your game.
I just pumped like 12 missiles into that thing and it didn't get destroyed.
What are missiles anyway? Just a flesh wound.
Pierce, your mission equipment is ready for
I'm gonna
conducting
give this one more shot.
So, like, I just want to make sure, is there, like, an overarching story so far, or has this kind of just been random missions?
There's supposed to be an overarching story, but it's just felt kind of random so far.
Okay.
Missile.
Jeez, half of my health is already gone.
Jeez.
Health.
It's honestly a shame because, like, on paper, I should like a game like this. It looks like if they had just spent some more time refining it, it actually could have been something more fun. But it just looks like it's just really stiff and really awkward. Ah, jeez. It is crazy how one enemy can just drain your health like that.
Goes in here and makes a point. Does this mean eating dirt is a 3 out of 10? Or better?
You know, that's a good question.
Okay, fuck it. I'm using the invincibility cheat.
Okay, so the ending of the 2 out of 10 review says, "I'm off to use this to entertain my dog."
Ready for pickup at the Argosy.
So, interpret that how you will.
Oh, you can strafe
Oh, really?
and move straight up and down on the D-pad.
What the? You've got...
And also, you can't twist around as you are doing any of this. Oh, wait, you can, but... God, that is awkward.
That looks super janky. Like, I'm not even holding the controller and it looks super janky.
Okay, let's see. Do you just hit these in quick succession?
Hang on, I left the page, but I think you do, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you, honestly. So, this review gave the graphics a 4, the sound a 3, the controls a 4, the gameplay a 2, but it said other uses off the charts out of 10. This disc is good for many uses, like a frisbee, a snack, flushing it down the toilet, a coaster, etc. The worst thing you can do with this is actually play it. Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to input the invincibility cheat, but I'm still taking damage.
Okay. Let me... Let me go back to the page and check something. I'm gonna see if I can find cheats somewhere else, because I wonder if maybe somebody put it in incorrectly.
Health.
But unfortunately, GameFAQs might be the only place that actually lists stuff like that. It's like when GameFAQs doesn't have much for you, you know you're in trouble. Okay. I checked another website, Cheat Code Central, which, holy crap, I have not been on this website for probably more than a decade.
Jeez, that's... man.
Yeah. But look, it does look like the codes are the same. Oh, okay. It says here, this Cheat Code Central actually clarifies. It says, although your health will still decrease, you will not lose a life when you reach 0.
I'm gonna test that right now.
That's such a just like you programmed in an invincibility cheat and you didn't bother actually making the health not go down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
It actually works. Awesome.
Health systems low.
It just seems like a strange way to do it, because honestly, if I was playing this, I would have assumed it wasn't working until you actually got close to dying.
I dropped off the magic box. Now what?
God, could you imagine if you hadn't turned invincibility on, how dead you would already be?
Could you imagine how slow this mission would be to do properly?
Oh, yeah.
Mission equipment is ready for pickup at the Argosy.
We're just delivering pizzas to the hostages now? Is that what's going on? Shit, now I want pizza.
You know, pizza places don't close for anything, man. Come hell or high water.
It's just... Shit, that's it. We're just Seablade DoorDash.
Ah, dude. You know what? It's the way of the future. Eventually, this is how all deliveries are going to be eventually.
Health systems low.
Here, return to the Argosy.
Wow, okay, that's even more awkward than saving people. Like, I didn't really pay attention to you picking up the boxes until just now, but I'm just like, yeah, you just kind of fly near it, and then the camera moves, and then you have it. Oh, okay.
No, you gotta get near it. You gotta slow down.
Cargo on board.
Gotta wait for the really long pickup animation.
Health systems low.
You gotta be told that your health systems are low.
You know, has the character been talking at all this entire time?
Do you mean the pilot?
Yeah, the pilot.
No.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything here, but like, it occurs to me that these missions are framing themselves as playing as different characters, but in reality, you playing as those characters doesn't really seem to have any effect on the actual mission besides, I suppose, the ship you're piloting, which, yes, that is a difference, but at that point, them being different characters doesn't seem to matter. You're just using a different ship.
Pierce, you can locate hostages by following the green arrows.
Okay, we've delivered enough pizzas. Now we have to rescue hostages.
Oh, great, okay. Well, I guess somebody has to eat the
Pierce, your
pizza.
vital signs are low. You're doing great, Pierce.
God, this would take so long to do otherwise.
Oh, yeah. Like, I honestly don't know how you could possibly finish this without dying if you didn't have invincibility on. Like, the enemy's aim is way too good, and they can all gang up on you and drain your health so quickly.
Oh, gee, okay.
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful. Good job, Pierce. Keep moving. There are more civilians.
Oh yeah, that's great. You can still get shot during the pickup animation.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
You know, this is one of those times when just the object appearing and disappearing when you touch it would actually be preferable, as much as it doesn't really make sense. Because at least it would just move along.
Just pick them up like coins.
Yeah.
You're doing great, Pierce.
We gotta have Spider-Man deliver your pizzas, but he's gonna deliver them up your fucking ass.
You know, actually, see, now you're making me want to play Spider-Man 2 and deliver
Pierce,
some
your vital
pizzas.
signs are low. Please be careful.
Okay, I just completely lost control of the ship for some reason.
Huh.
Tried to fly too high. I flew too close to the sun, I guess. Even though I was flying away from the sun.
You know, this is only semi-related, but you saying that made me think of, I don't remember the name of the game. It might have actually, oh, you know what? It might have actually been one of the, it actually might have been Top Gun for the GameCube. Literally, like, it was that kind of game where you look below you and you see, like, the ocean or the ground, but you're supposed to be, like, thousands of feet in the air. But then you fly downward and you explode when you make contact with the non-moving ocean. And I'm like, I don't know why, but like this game made me think of that. But luckily, this is not. It's not quite like that, of course.
There are minor differences with this.
Yeah, this one actually seems like it actually had more effort put into it. The one I'm talking about is like the definition of shovelware.
Danger. Enemy ships spotted.
And you know what? It also doesn't help they could fire so many rounds at once too.
What is the purpose of this structure? It seems like it exists just to throw a hostage in the middle of it.
Pierce, return to the Argosy.
You know, the terrorists have a sense of fair play. They want to, like, well, we want to give them a chance to rescue the hostages. It wouldn't be fair to do otherwise.
Are they taking these guys hostage so they can be go-go dancers for their base?
Oh wow, there's two of them. Oh, they designed two of these things into the side of these. Into the side of these.
There are 4 of these.
Oh god.
Systems low.
Man, you would be. I mean,
Good job, Pierce.
and I'm not even saying this is an affront to your skills or anything, but man, you would be so dead right now if not for that invincibility. I don't know how you could possibly finish this game without that cheat.
Easy mode, I guess?
Pierce, your vital signs
I
are low.
don't have faith in easy mode.
Unless this is the kind of game where if you play easy, it like blocks off the last few missions.
Your mission is complete.
Ooh, man. Those kinds of games, man.
Health replenishes health.
It's like press the jump button to jump.
Whoa!
Press the jump button to jump.
Wait a minute. I'm back at mission 1?
Wait, what?
Hold on.
What the... Wait, why did it bring you here?
I'm confused.
This is... I don't...
Hello, Lieutenant Pierce.
What?
First Officer Mindy Matthews.
I don't... Okay, let's... I'm gonna give the game the benefit of the doubt for a moment. Okay. I guess the game's just saying screw you.
Okay, Pierce, locate the route markers by following the
Wow,
blue
you
arrows.
really are back at mission 1.
Pierce, you'll be able to spot and track enemies with
I
the
don't-
red arrows. Be careful.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. That is like next level incompetence in programming.
Or was it deliberate?
It's like you weren't playing on hard. Back to mission 1.
Also, I don't know if invincibility carries over to all the other missions.
That is actually a good question. Well, we'll see what happens. Because yeah, I mean, this might be one of those games where you have to keep re-inputting it. Luckily, mission 1 was at least beatable.
Be careful.
You know, I guess since we're back here, I would just like to point out how I understand in a gameplay perspective why you would have a level like this so the player can get used to, like, flying. But at the same time, from a story perspective, this mission makes no sense at all.
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
I am actually still dumbfounded that we're back on mission 1 now. Like, it's still... Like, I'm still kind of in shock.
Your mission is...
Do I have to play as a different Seablade or something?
Huh.
Wait, I'm still on the reconnaissance mission.
Yeah? Wait, what? Well, wait, hang on. Okay, here we go. Bounty dog. SWAT cruiser. Oh, these are just the different ships. Okay. Wait, hang on. The one said SWAT cruiser, and the one that actually said SWAT on it just said cruiser.
Yeah, you
Locate
figure
the
it
route
out.
markers by following the blue arrows. Pierce, you'll be able to spot and track enemies with the red arrows. Be careful.
So do the ships have notable differences in how they maneuver?
This one's slower
Okay,
and kind of drifts around.
that's great for a game where you get shot so easily.
But it also has much better armor.
Oh, okay, that's at least something.
Which is kind of null and void considering how much more you're getting shot.
True. Hey, but at least we can say the characters are balanced. In that they're all terrible, but at least they're balanced.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
Well, there it
You
goes.
do have to input at every mission.
Okay. Man, this is actually, like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting this game to be great, but I guess I was expecting a little more. There's like a baseline of programming competence that I expect for something that has some effort put into it. I don't. Just why?
Okay, Pierce, locate the route markers by following the blue arrows. Pierce, you'll be able to spot and track enemies with the red arrows.
Actually, you know, I've been meaning to ask, who's that dancing there in the corner?
Oh, on my stream?
Yeah.
That is Dwayne.
Okay.
He's basically there to let you know if the game is lagging or the stream is lagging.
That's actually pretty useful because at the moments I've noticed the game lag, he's been perfectly fine.
Oh wow, that's the guess. They put that right behind the turret.
Also, is that Yugo in that cup there?
Yes.
Pierce, your vital signs
Okay.
are low. Please be careful.
The arrow was pointing in completely the wrong direction for that one marker.
This is honestly just kind of sad. Like,
Your mission
What?
is going very well.
the fact that you've had to redo this over so many times over, like, okay, just follow the markers, just fly through these things over and over and over again.
Do you think this is like an anti-cheat thing?
Oh, damn. I didn't think about that. Okay. Hang on, because that definitely was more common back then. None of the websites I've noticed have said anything about that. It would really suck if that was the case, though, because I don't see how you could beat this game without cheating.
Wait, no.
Okay, mission 2. Cool, cool.
Pierce, you can locate
What?
hostages by following the green arrows.
Okay, let's do this again.
Okay, so it is mission 2, okay. I saw the similar looking buildings and I was worried that it teleported you to mission 1 again.
Well, I mean, it's the same area, it's just a different mission.
Mm-hmm.
Gatling gun.
Your mission is going very well.
Okay. I'm just like kind of holding my breath, waiting to see what happens when you beat this mission.
You're not the only one.
'Cause this is like, it's honestly kind of tense because I'm just sitting here thinking like, man, what if it just makes you restart again?
Good job, Pierce. Keep moving. There are more civilians to be rescued.
Okay, going smooth so far. Going smooth so far. I didn't comment on it until now, just because it's probably self-evident, but it's honestly comes across as amazing how easy it is to just run into everything in this game. Wow, I didn't even see that guy before you ran into him. Okay.
Yeah, that's the trick. That's like part of the problem of having the perspective directly behind the ship.
Yeah. Kind of unrelated, but I heard that's why they actually changed Sonic's design when they put him in 3D, because they realized that like his original design when you were behind him, you mostly just saw his head basically. So they kind of realized like, we kind of got to elongate his limbs for this to work, which is just like basic things like, oh
what
yeah,
the hell happened there?
that was weird.
There's a hostage somewhere in here.
This game has great collision detection.
Oh, wait, it's above me.
Whoa, what was that?
It's like the game's trying to pick up the hostage, but I'm not close enough to it.
Yeah. And the fact that you can get shot while you're rescuing the hostage, even when you are near them, I think also, it's even then like, oh jeez, it's getting so jerky now.
Also, just for the record, the Gatling gun has been more effective than the missiles.
That is, you know,
You're doing great.
it's like Halo's
Pierce.
pistol, you know?
Pierce, return to the Artisan.
What the fuck is this? Great question.
It is
Mission is complete.
Okay, I was worried it froze for a second there.
Because it seems like this is the game that was supposed to be 3 different things, but didn't end up being any of those.
Yeah. It still drives me crazy there is no space between C-Blade and the numbers. This comes across like they're placeholder names for missions that were going to be named later.
Seablade, you are underway. Good luck.
Also, what kind of asshole has you do a reconnaissance mission by flying directly over several dozen turrets?
You know, yeah, I guess in the future people are a lot less subtle. It's why you go out of your way to position your hostages like directly out in the open. It's just polite. You know, now that I'm seeing like how that building is partially underwater, I'm now forced to ask what the hell happened here. Especially those buildings are leaking too.
Well, they said the phrase water world in the description, so I'm assuming the ice caps melted. And then more ice caps formed, and then those melted too.
That's rough. So I guess these are supposed to just basically be like old buildings that we're just kind of sitting there now.
Also, I want to note, when I was adding this game to my stream to say like what I was streaming, the tag sports game popped up, and I'm not sure why.
Huh, that's weird.
Health systems low.
Does Twitch usually, like, give a guess as to what kind of game you're playing?
It's usually pretty accurate, but not this time.
Health
Okay.
systems
Well, I
low.
mean, in fairness, Seablade is such a popular gem of an Xbox game that I
Yeah,
can't blame them for not doing it.
Yeah, I saw Seablade at EVO, man. That was intense.
It was. It is kind of a shame because I know I do know some people who were kind of disappointed about how a lot of competitive tournaments had to be canceled this year, unfortunately. Well, not for Seablade, mind you, but let me clarify that. I mean for games in general. Mission complete. Okay.
They confused Venezuela with Venice? I mean, I'm leaving all the options on the table.
Pierce, your mission equipment is ready for pickup at
Okay,
the Argosy.
back to retrieving the propaganda unit.
Oh, that did say propaganda unit. I just thought it said propagation unit, and I was still confused.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure which one makes less sense.
I don't, because here's the weird thing is you're rescuing hostages, so like, honestly, both of those are kind of weird things to be rescuing. Like, I guess like, is it like the idea of we're putting people in Venezuela to disrupt the government and spread propaganda for us? But that doesn't really sound like a very heroic thing to do, but okay.
Well, not all heroes wear capes.
Mission equipment is ready
True.
for pickup
Some of them deliver pizzas in the ocean.
Hey, gotta make money somehow. Superheroing doesn't pay the bills.
Missile.
Especially for Spider-Man.
You can always hear Spider-Man coming to deliver the pizzas, because that music just follows him everywhere.
Return to the Argosy.
Wait, that's just like a SoundCube speaker.
Huh.
I wasn't paying attention to how it looked until now, but yeah, it's like one of those battery-powered mobile cube amp things.
Okay. That's a weird thing to model, but okay.
Pierce, your mission equipment is
And then you
ready
flip
for
them
pickup
on
at
and you
the
just
Argosy.
hear Jet Set Radio.
Cargo on board.
I guess, like, literally, I hate to say it, but I just imagine, like, when they were developing this game, they just were sitting there and they were like, we need something to model here. Like, oh, I've got this on my desk. Let's just make this.
Now I'm just imagining the Seablade with like a giant arm coming out of the side, holding a boombox on top of our missile silo.
Man, Jet Set Radio had so much charm.
You're doing great, Pierce.
It's honestly a shame that, like, they refused to ever do anything with it.
Well, now someone else is just making their own.
True. And that's, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, that's the best you can do. Because Sega doesn't give a shit about anything it makes besides Sonic and sometimes Yakuza and Total War. And that's if they actually release Yakuza in America, which we had to actually fight to even get that to happen for a while.
Excellent work, Pierce.
It's honestly kind of unintentionally hilarious how much you're getting hit here. And I'm not blaming you. It's just like the way this game is made. It's like I don't know how you're supposed to beat this game.
It's like
Fairly, anyway.
It's like watching a football player get tackled by a bunch of smaller guys.
Yeah.
Am I an X-Wing or a Transformer? How dare you? We are a Seablade, a completely original intellectual property.
Do not steal.
Good job, Pierce. Keep moving. There are more civilians to be rescued.
That enemy just gave up.
It's like, crap, I'm in Seablade. No, this isn't a life worth living.
Good job, Pierce. Keep moving. There are more civilians to be rescued.
I hate to be that guy, but like the more I look at this layout, I just keep thinking to myself, this comes across like this was like modeled by people who are just like, Venezuela. Let's just like model some old buildings. That's Venezuela, right? I will admit, though, visually, this probably is the best level so far. Like, there's actually seems like there's more effort put into the lighting of this area
You're doing great, Pierce.
compared to the other parts of the game.
Yeah, it looked better than the last one. I guess I'll give it that.
Yeah. Not saying it's great, I'm just saying it looks like there was actually more effort put into this part.
Pierce, return to the Argosy.
Yeah. The clipping. Oh, the clipping. Surprised we didn't see into the black void of nothingness there.
Well, we're going to descend into the black void of nothingness if I don't go to another mission after this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, and if it doesn't let you move on to the next mission, like, oh my god.
Mission 5!
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Wait, I have to watch the mission briefing.
Lieutenant,
Okay, let's do it.
0400 Dr. Cruz contacted the Argosy. I'm uploading the transmission.
It's still just something about this just kind of skeeves me out.
You did a great job there, I'll tell you.
Alright, later, Cozy Nerd.
Could speak with the commander, but we have
Cozy
no
Nerd, don't go.
I'm afraid. The warlords have acquired the NeuroSim technology. I won't speculate how, but they will no doubt use it against us. While it seems your pilots have adapted well to NeuroSim, your military advantage will be lost if warlord armies are able to also use it.
Why do we have half suspenders?
The same, for the same reason that in the 90s so many people had half shoulder pads. Because it's cool, man.
Suspenders were never cool.
Unless, well,
The rest of the
I was about to say unless you're Mario, but Mario wears overalls.
rescue the 8 scientists in and around the
It's kind of sad that the static is the best animated thing.
Actually, yeah. And I hate to be that guy, but I just noticed like part of the one of the transitions they did there. I'm like, oh, I recognize that transition. That's literally the pixel transition you can find in like almost any video editor.
Seablade, you
Something
are
that I've noticed as I've like gotten more into like, I mean, mind you, I've been doing it for a while now, but like there are certain things that become hard to not see once you become more proficient in video editing. You kind of just start to see like, oh yeah, that's what they did there.
Yeah, I know that feeling. God, this gun is pathetic.
Especially for objects you think, in the context of this moment, would be relatively easy to just... Wow, you destroyed the ship before you managed to destroy that thing, even though you've been shooting at it forever.
Suspenders were never cool.
Especially for objects you think, in the context of this moment, would be relatively easy to just... Wow, you destroyed the ship before you managed to destroy that thing, even though you've been shooting at it forever. 'Cause it's cool, man.
Okay, so there's a field around here. How do I get rid of said field?
So, I think it's what you're doing now. My guess is just destroy all those things, but I think about, like, what would this be like, having to destroy all of these things if you weren't invincible? It's like you have to sit there and just keep firing and firing while enemies are bound to kill you within a couple seconds.
Oh, still there. Did I miss anything?
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
You have to go up and under? No. Is there something
Maybe-
underneath I have to shoot?
Oh, what's that? You know, I was about to ask if that's even destructible, but there's also that part of me, it's like, oh yeah, but like this gun sucks, so who knows?
Shield deactivated.
That did it.
Pierce, your
Okay.
vital signs are low. Please be careful.
It'd be nice if the game gave you more of an idea of how that worked.
Excellent work, Pierce.
These scientists look suspiciously like the civilians or hostages I was rescuing before.
We didn't have time to make new models.
Oh. Can't we just say that the hostages happen to be scientists?
Shield.
Okay, actually, that's easier. Go with that.
Alright.
Wait, is it? Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, okay, there are things shooting at you underwater. I was like, wait a minute. Are there like ships up above that are somehow that are reaching you underwater? Okay.
But wait a minute.
You know,
Where's the shield generator for this one? Oh, is it on top of the building this time? I hope. It's on top of the building.
Of course it is. It's just. Is there like an auto target kind of thing going on here?
Yeah, it automatically targets.
Okay, see, that really seems like that could screw you over in moments when you need to target a specific thing. Which, don't get me wrong, I see a lot of uses for that, but at the same time, it seemed like if you were in a situation where you weren't invincible, that could have really screwed you over, not the fact you weren't actually targeting the thing you were actually trying to shoot.
Your mission is going very well.
Well, at least the computer thinks this is going very
Pierce,
well.
return to the Argosy.
I'll say this: the sun's actually pretty good, and the skybox is actually pretty good too. That's. I think Cozy Nerd said it earlier, but yeah, I got to give the game that.
I mean, we don't have to.
Low.
Fair. I'm trying to be charitable.
Can we just have both hostages jump out at once to make it faster? Excuse me, scientists jump out at once to make that go faster.
Missile.
Oh god. That would require foresight in the programming.
Health systems low.
I swear one of these sound effects sounds like it came out of Duke Nukem 3D. The doo-doo.
Oh damn, I think you might be right actually. Out of curiosity, do you ever play Duke Nukem Forever?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I never played it. Was it decent?
The badness is overblown.
Okay. I always kind of got the impression, once again, I never played it, but I always kind of got the impression that it was a case of severely inflated expectations due to the time period.
Your mission is going very well.
I think no matter what happened, no one was going to be happy with it.
Yeah, that's fair. There is kind of that point when a game takes so long to be made and there's so much expectations behind it to where it's like, yeah, at this point, no one, like, you can't please everyone eventually.
Danger.
But you know what could please everyone is if we finally get Bloody Roar 5. Still
Baby
waiting.
steps.
Still waiting.
Oh, are there multiple shield generators for this one? It looks like there are multiple shield generators. Son of a bitch. Ah! I tried going up and it threw me back down.
It's great collision detection. Oh, wait, what? See, every once in a while, you just kind of jerk in a weird way where I'm like, wait, what happened there?
That's pretty much been me this entire time.
Activated.
Your mission is going very well.
What was that enemy doing?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Health systems low.
You know, I know this is me nitpicking a game that really isn't even.
Systems low.
This game is like the definition of a lack of story and gameplay integration. But at the same time, I sit here and I think to myself, man, so the carrier is just kind of sitting there and nobody's attacking it.
Oh, you thought
Okay.
that too?
Yeah. It's just like, I mean, I understand why, like, on a base level in a gameplay sense. There's also that part of me that's like, yeah, it just seems kind of weirdly convenient. Especially because the carrier isn't even that far away from the battlefield. It's literally right there.
Your mission is going very well.
I mean, I can at least say it's cloaked or something.
Yeah.
God, every time I think we're done rescuing scientists, more of them appear.
So I guess you have 3 more left, maybe?
I can only hope.
Gatling gun.
Curiosity, were you backing up on purpose there, or was that the game backing you up?
I was backing up to get the Gatling gun.
Okay, gotcha. There's that part of me that has so little faith in this game that I was like, I wonder if the game's just backing him up for no reason.
Now, wait, is there a scientist here, or did I do that for no reason?
So I didn't actually pay attention to the location of this level. Where are we supposed to be?
Pierce, return to the Argosy.
I think this is supposed to be Hokkaido again.
Okay.
They're already, like, double reusing maps.
Yeah.
Triple reusing
So,
maps, I guess.
Out of curiosity, I mean, and I admit, like, I'm just asking that curiosity. Are you able to read any of those characters on the buildings?
I have not been looking.
Okay. I saw them and I was like, I wonder if he can read those.
Oh, geez, that's like handwritten kanji. Gee, oh,
Ooh. Okay.
that makes it much harder.
I have to say, I learned, like, very, very basic Japanese. Like, I basically know how to ask someone if they know how to speak English, basically, or if like very basic things. But at the same time, even when I was attempting to learn Japanese a while back, I wasn't even bothering to learn how to read it. I was just like, let me learn how to speak it. Like, reading it feels like such an uphill climb.
Well, you have 2 alphabets and then thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures, basically.
Yeah. There was that part of me that was like, you know what? It's not ideal, but like, at least if I can learn to speak it, like, I'll be okay.
The mission's going very well.
We rescued the rabbit scientist. I think that's what that sign means. The most important scientist of all. If one of these scientists is just like the intern, can we just leave them behind and be fine?
His family might try to sue. But then again, we'll just give them a severance package and just, well, not a severance package.
But they'll have to deal with our near future lawyers.
Gatling gun.
Which raises the question: is this a RoboCop future where corporations have taken over? Because if that's the case, they're screwed.
Health systems
Well, I mean,
low.
considering how many problems are solved with sea blades.
True.
Okay, generator's not down here. Oh, is it on top of one of these buildings?
So this is, and I admit you could easily argue this is a case of just more primitive graphics. I think it says something that as you were going up, I didn't remotely see the thing you ran into when you left the water. Like, you ran into it, and I'm like, before you left the water, I couldn't even see it.
Oh, they hid the shield generator inside one of those silo things.
What the hell?
They hid 2 shield generators in here.
You know, a lot of games like this will have, like, mini cutscenes or, like, sort of like text that'll appear on screen that will say, hey, there seems to be something weird going on. Try to search for where the shield generator is, you know? It's like, nah, just figure it out.
Vital signs are low. Please be careful.
Now, do you think they planned for that, but ran out of resources, or did they just not think of it?
So, you know, that's hard to say because a lot of times when I look at this game, I kind of get the impression that, wait, what's that say? Okay, sorry, mission complete, okay.
Jaeger wasn't
I admit,
alright?
this game had me paranoid. I thought it said mission 2 complete for a second there. I'm like, wait a minute.
For the record,
But,
we are now at mission 6, and we have seen 2 maps.
Ooh, okay, yeah, then like you couple that with like these still image cutscenes, and it just kind of
With this guy's
It's
waxy-looking beard.
like his very perfect sort of like gray areas in it. Like there's no gradient to his beard at all. It's just like perfect white streaks, like he dyed it that way.
It's like a moose cake. Oh, now you tell me about the generators.
What the hell? What? What? Now you tell him?
Oh, all right, let's do it.
Okay, so legitimately one of my favorite games of all time is a game called, well, it's a series actually, Free Space and Free Space 2.
Good luck.
The games literally do this thing where every single mission will extensively have them explain, here is your objective, here are the things you need to do, here are some warnings, and sometimes they'll even say, hey, you can change your loadout, but here's maybe a loadout we recommend. And then during the mission, you will be told, hey, things have changed, do this, or hey, we don't know what's going on, use your discretion. This game's like, well, you know, shield generators. Let's tell you several missions after they've appeared.
Alright, now I gotta find shield generators in this mess.
Oh God. You're getting hit so much.
I think I'll just have to destroy everything to find them. Or maybe they're hidden by those, like, Tesla coil looking things.
I just love how devastating the weapon you're using is right now. Just destroying everything in your path with no effort.
Feels like I'm shooting nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Damn that Sea-Blade Flanders.
Have you actually, out of curiosity, have you watched any recent Simpsons in the last while?
I have not actually sat down and watched an episode of The Simpsons, and I want to say 8 years.
Now mind you, I'm not saying the series was still good when I stopped watching. Like, it was, I feel like I was younger and I kind of just tolerated it more, but I think I stopped watching around the time the Lady Gaga episode came out.
There was a Lady Gaga episode?
Yeah. The thing about modern Simpsons is that the celebrity cameos aren't as, like, tongue-in-cheek as they used to be. Like, before, when you were a celebrity, you kind of might get roasted a little bit. Now it's more like Lady Gaga is borderline portrayed as, like, a saint in that episode. And I think, actually, it's legitimately the lowest-rated episode in the series history.
Laser.
Just because, like, there's not even really, like, this impetus for it. It's just like Lady Gaga magically can tell Lisa's depressed and calls her out in the middle of a concert.
Health
It's like,
systems.
okay. But even then, I think at least I got Disney Plus and I watched an episode from like one of the more recent seasons. And what just jumped out at me was how there wasn't like an A and B plot. It was like an A plot started and ended, and then the B plot started and ended. It felt like they should have been 2 different episodes, but they were mashed into one. It just kind of feels like narratively the show is kind of all over the place now. And unfortunately, I'd love to tell you that, like, oh yeah, like, it was still at least kind of good. It was like, no, I had to force myself to finish it.
It reminded me of, I can't remember this celebrity's name, but it was an episode that involved a cruise ship, and like this fitness guru like jumped into, I think they jumped into the sea with a rope in their teeth, and they were going to swim so powerfully that they would drag it back to shore. Mm-hmm. But then like the ship breaks in half, and he goes, and swims away.
Okay.
Those are the kind of celebrity things I remember. Or like Barry White going, "Oh God, no! You people make me sick."
Mm-hmm. Honestly, these days it feels like Simpsons cameos are kind of just like, I hate to say it, but it comes across sometimes like if you watch this, like the guest host era of Monday Night Raw. Like back in like 2009. Like back in like 2009, where it's like, hey, there's this celebrity that we're gonna let take over the show for a while.
Oh, finally found a shield generator.
Oh damn, okay.
God, even with a strong weapon, these are a pain in the ass.
They did not balance this game at all. Or, well, let me rephrase. They balanced the characters relative to each other. They did not balance the characters relative to the enemies or the destructible objects.
I'm just gonna run around and destroy all of these. Because I've got 8 hostages to rescue, and I have a feeling all of them are going to be behind a shield of some sort.
Oh, yeah. Especially now because, like, it's probably a case where they're like, well, now that you've already done this before, now let's make it purposely awkward and irritating to find everything.
And this is annoying with the invincibility.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like, even looking at when you're getting hit there, you're jerking around so much that I can't imagine that if you weren't invincible, it would severely affect your ability to aim, even if you were trying to play the game fairly. Not helped by the awkward controls with so many things being relegated to different sticks and the D-pad. Yep, sorry about that.
I agree. Wait a minute. That looked like it unlocked a landing pad that a hostage would be on, but there's nothing there. The hostages don't all appear at once. I just realized.
Oh god, it's one of those games. Oh, like that is legitimately one of my big pet peeves in games when, it's like, and it's especially prevalent in like some really old point and click games, especially where it's like you'll check an area for items and then you'll come back later after you've done something else, and suddenly there's something there now, even though there's no real reason for there to have not been something there before.
Okay, I know these are
Oh my
scientists,
God,
but how
what
the
the hell
fuck
is
are
this?
you breathing?
What the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Jaeger? I don't think I've played that game. I guess I'll have to now.
Oh, Hero, if you're still in the chat, I actually was a member of the Hardlight forums, but I don't think I have access to my account anymore just because it's been so long since I logged in. And yes, I do use, or depending on how you pronounce it, I do use Gnosis or Gnosos, yes. I actually have been replaying Into the Depths of Hell recently. There are a lot of writing issues with it, and you can tell that it's one of the more primitive user-made campaigns, but I just really like the atmosphere. I'm probably going to maybe give Silent Threat Reborn another try after I'm done. Sorry, we're talking about free space.
Just do whatever. I got like 6 more scientists to rescue.
That's fair. And Hero, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so I didn't. I wasn't taking a look before.
You're doing great, Pierce. Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
I know my vital signs are low. Shut up. This is where the lack of music is really starting to weigh on me.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It makes the game feel super empty.
Whoa, what? Why am I doing this now?
Wait. Even in the context of the mission structure of this game, this doesn't make sense.
What is...
I hate to be that guy, but this gives me like weird Superman 64 vibes. Obviously, this game is better than Superman 64, but it's just like arbitrarily like, okay, you beat this part, now fly through some rings.
I mean, these are circular.
Yeah.
Excellent work, Pierce.
What is the in-universe explanation for that?
You know, that's a fair question, because it's like, really, like, even in like a gameplay sense, like there was a reason to do that before, like as a tutorial kind of thing, and even like as a reconnaissance thing. But now it's like, wait, what? There's no reason for it now. There's literally no reason for this to be a thing.
But why?
You're doing great, Pierce.
Wait, are the remaining scientists above water? Where they should be?
You know, I guess the only thing I'm wondering is if now that we're in a water world, if have like humans grown gills and we just don't know yet.
Oh, accidentally shot the scientist.
I'm glad that they're invincible. That would really suck if they weren't.
You're doing great, Pierce. Pierce, return to the Argosy.
That shot was like a rainbow going over my ship.
Man, it's a really good thing that none of these missions actually require you to destroy things. Or, well, let me rephrase, destroy your opponents. If you were playing the game fairly, I do not know how that would work.
I mean, it wouldn't.
Yeah. I would actually be interested to meet somebody who beat this game fairly. It's like, what was your motivation and how did you do it?
Someone who was just at a cottage in rural Canada, and this was the only thing they had. It was this or chopping wood.
Yeah.
You're doing great, Pierce.
Most of the time they chopped wood, but every once in a while.
Health systems low.
It's like, hey, it's like, and you know what? The funny thing about that, it's like the whole concept of you appreciate the good more when you've had the bad. Like, imagine if you left that. Imagine if you left that cottage and suddenly it's like you start playing a flight sim that was competently made. It's like, oh my god, this is the greatest game ever made. Okay, so mission complete. Mission complete.
It better
Maybe.
be.
Mission complete.
There we go.
Good work, Pierce.
Oh, text overlapping. That's great. Okay, mission
God,
7.
fucking, it's this map again.
Lieutenant Pierce,
Oh, God.
SETCON is telling us that 10 engineers may have...
I'm
some
actually
wars.
just because I couldn't find a guide. I really am curious how many levels there are in this game.
Transport them back to the Argosy.
You know what? I'm gonna do what you mentioned because I never looked to see if it's a long play of this. I wonder how many levels there are.
Enemy activity we're detecting.
I don't know how desperate was World of Long Plays for content.
You will have to deliver it into the area to specific drop points. Good luck.
Okay, we're gonna rescue engineers. Are they going to look exactly like the things we rescued before?
The multiplayer can add 2 to 3 files on a player.
Pierce, your mission equipment is ready for pickup at the Argosy.
God, I know you already talked about how it's going to be a repeat of the map, but like now that I'm actually seeing it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually kind of grossed out now, just by how much this thing Oh, I love how the glow was not properly done, and it appeared behind the trees in the background.
Shield. Turbo. Gatling gun.
Why?
Oh, damn, okay. You know what? The funny thing is, I typed in Seablade Xbox into YouTube, and I actually found World of Long Play's Xbox Long Play. I was like, oh my gosh, they actually did one? But then it's like, oh no, this is a different game. It's called Sneakers. Which I'm like, I don't know why that appeared so early in my search, but that might just be due to the fact that no one on YouTube really cares about Seablade.
How many people on Earth care about Seablade? I'm not sure the developers even care.
You know, they got paid, and I think that's all they really cared about.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean- Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I would care about the paycheck, but beyond that,
Admit, I feel like there is that part of me that's like kind of has faith in some developers to where even if they know they're making a bad game, they still put in a good amount of effort. The thing about this one is that there's so much recycled content to the point where I honestly wonder how long the development cycle was realistically, because I've got to say, with how this game is designed, it comes across like a game that was developed over the course of maybe 6 months. I hate to downplay it that much, but the still images for the cutscenes, the constant reuse of assets, the fact that there's literally no semblance of music in some of the levels, and the lack of voice acting in spots where you'd think there'd be voice acting and explanation for what to do. It really comes across like this game was made over the course of months and not much else.
So I think instead of destroying shield generators, now I'm just supposed to drop off these copies of like Mobile Battleship.
Okay.
Man, the novelty died in this one really fast.
Oh yeah. Like, the sad thing about this is because even with a lot of bad games, you kind of have the benefit of things that are kind of unintentionally hilarious, or things that are really awkward voice acting that kind of bring the experience up to so bad it's good. This game is just so empty to where you're just wow, this is just such a nothing game.
I wish Twitch was right and this was a sports game. You've got me begging for sports games, Seablade. I hope you're happy.
Cargo on board.
But at the same time, I have to see how this could possibly end.
The thing is that I would tell you, but the problem is it literally looks like there are less than 10 videos about Seablade on YouTube.
Well,
almost no one cares. Almost no one has talked about this game ever.
Well, clearly that means when I post the video, all the Seablade fans are gonna pop up.
Oh yeah.
Excellent work, Pierce.
It's a cult following, man.
What?
Wait. What?
Well, it's frozen.
Yeah. And my question is, has this game been auto-saving?
I think it saves after every mission.
Okay. Because the way this game has been functioning before, now I'm worried that you might have lost your memory. I hate to be that guy, but I don't have faith in this game's ability to be competently programmed.
Do we want to find out?
Let's at least see.
All right.
Let's at least see. Actually, since it's frozen, I'm gonna go do something real quick, and I'll be right back.
I'll admit, that was in the back of my mind, that might happen. But I didn't expect it to happen just from completing an objective. Single player. Continue. Oh wait, there's mission select? Why? 39 missions. And you know what? After scrolling through these, Mission 35, Venezuela. Mission 34, Hokkaido. They're still reusing those fucking maps.
Wait, does that say Mission 34?
Yeah, there are 39 missions.
Holy crap, this game's longer than I would have ever thought.
Also, yeah, it didn't save, so we're back at Mission 1 again.
Oh my god. What the... Oh my god.
Hold on. I want to see how many times they reuse the Hokkaido map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are like only 5 maps in this entire game. Okay, wait, no, London popped in there. Okay, there are more than I thought.
6. Okay, let's see. There's Hokkaido, Venezuela,
Okay,
a boss fight,
Yeah.
Southern Texas,
Oh,
Colorado.
wait, go back real quick. It looked like it was something after Southern Texas, or... it's just rescue civilians, never mind. Just
Another boss.
Yeah.
London, Iceland, another boss, and so technically there are 9 different missions. Well, 9 different maps. I'm assuming the bosses are different maps, which might be assuming a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we can only hope, but yeah. Wow. I will say this, that's way more missions than I would have expected out of this game.
I mean, considering how much of a slog these earlier missions were, I can only imagine how tedious it gets later.
Yeah, especially because so many of them still say they're rescue missions where it's like, search, rescue, search, and destroy. This has got to be one of the most repetitive games I've ever seen.
Well, I'm not going back into this, not after it made me start over twice.
Yeah. I will say the unlock all code is there, so maybe that'd be a good way to skip everything that you haven't done already.
Oh, is that another
Then
thing
again-
you input at the pause menu?
Then again, yeah, damn it, now that I think about it, because you inputted the pause menu, the unlock all code might not actually apply to, like, the levels.
Let's
'Cause, like,
find
if
out.
you do it... Yeah. Let's see here. Let me go back to Cheat Code Central and see if they say anything about that. Oh, okay. Yep, it says they'll be unlocked. You just have to exit back to the mission select screen. Which, thank God. I think it says something that these 2 specific codes are in the game. A code that makes you invincible, and a code that lets you unlock all the levels.
Yeah, that's
It's almost like they knew this game was broken.
that unlocked all the missions.
Awesome. Okay. That almost seems like a necessary thing to even remotely be able to beat this game.
I'm doing the boss fight.
I don't blame you. Let's take a look. Let's see if it's a different level. That'd be cool. Well,
Or if
cool
it's just
for this
Venezuela
game.
again.
Oh, God. Oh! Okay. This is different.
Energy claw.
So what? Okay. What am I looking at here?
Energy claw.
Let's get another... wait, where did he... Oh, there it is.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah... This is like giving me, like, Star Fox SNES vibes. And not in, like, the good, charming sort of way, but in the, like, we were super lazy in designing this boss sort of way. Oh, and there are other enemies that you have to deal with, too. That's great. So, is this thing even attacking you?
I can't really tell.
It seems like it's like the other enemies are attacking you. But I don't think the actual boss is attacking you.
Health systems low.
Okay. Am I crazy? Did they literally not program the boss with the ability to attack the player? Oh, okay. It just shoots in directions that you're not at. Okay. So don't get directly in front of it and you won't get hit. Gotcha.
I can't tell if I am doing anything.
Energy lock.
I will say one of my pet peeves in games is when the bosses don't have health bars.
Low.
I'm okay with bosses that don't have health bars, as long as there's some indication that you are doing damage to it. And
That
right
is true,
now,
like-
I got nothing.
That is true, because most games give you, like, some sort of, like, feedback effect where you get the idea of, like, oh yeah, at least I'm hitting it. Here, it's like, you kind of have to
Wait.
question, like, oh wait, what?
I thought I saw a health bar for a moment. Yep, there it is.
Health
Wait, where is it?
systems low.
It's really hard to see.
Oh, I see it. When you hit it, there's a health bar visible. Okay. It doesn't look like you're doing much, though. Is it? Okay, wait, I'm gonna wait till you hit it again. It doesn't look like it's taken any damage yet. I am once again just confronted with the fact that this game comes across like it would be impossible without the invincibility cheat, because these enemies are hitting you with such regularity, you would already be dead.
I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
And the sad part is I really have periodically been checking to see if I can find, like, some kind of guide or gameplay of somebody showing how to do different things, but this really is one of those games the internet forgot.
Whoa, what caused that? I really have no idea if what I'm doing is helping in any way.
At least from where I'm sitting, like, it literally looks like your attacks are doing nothing. Not even just because of the lack of feedback, but just because it literally looks like the health bar is not budging an inch.
Vital signs are low. Please be careful.
I mean, it drops a bunch of these, like, electric arm style things, so I'm guessing it has something to do with that, but I can't tell what.
Energy lock. Health systems low.
You'll have to question, it's firing things out, and I'm just like, it doesn't really seem like it's even trying to remotely attack you. Oh.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Health systems low.
Maybe you just found the secret? Oh, okay. This game does not communicate anything to the player.
Oh, that was damaging it.
Okay. So now here's my next concern. This is going to be one of those things where you can't hurt it until you've destroyed all of those, but then these things will regenerate after you've hit it so many times or you take too long, and then you'll have to do it all over again. That could be me. That could be me being pessimistic, but I wouldn't put it past this game.
Health systems low.
I do kind of wonder if this electricity would be hurting you if you weren't invincible.
Oh, it probably would.
Which, that's great. Literally an electricity attack that... Oh, okay, there, yep. A perfect opportunity to attack, and it does nothing. That's great.
I think it's just confused why I'm not attacking it.
Which, I really do wonder in a story sense what the hell that thing's supposed to be. I love how when you destroy those things, they're damaged, like they're like damaged sprites that are like hexagons erupt from it. God. What is this?
I don't know.
This is like... This comes across as one of the most, like... Whoa, what? Oh, okay, you went underwater, okay. That was just really abrupt. It caught me off guard.
Turbo.
Oh, turbo
Oh god,
engaged?
there are more of these? What is even happening?
You know, also, I just have to say, with the way this electricity works, I don't see how you would go all the way under there and get out in time to avoid the electricity and not die.
That's another fair point that they probably didn't think of.
Shield.
Oh, but we gave you a shield. That'll help, right?
Yeah, the shield's already gone.
Yeah. It doesn't help, and this is just me guessing, but looking at it, I don't get the impression the electricity is actually there. I kind of get the impression it's a screen effect. And as a result, there's no way to actually avoid it. You just have to not be in the water.
Turbo.
God, they really made this as tedious as possible.
When you don't have good dogfighting combat, compensate by a bunch of busy work.
Also, I haven't mentioned this till now, but there are currents going on that keep pushing my ship in certain directions.
Oh, that's lovely.
So yeah, I've been just repeatedly tapping forward, but not too much, because that'll send me flying into the wall.
Shield.
You know, you're gonna give the player shields. You'd think they'd make the shields more relevant and actually useful.
Systems low.
Especially since, once again, I don't think it's possible to avoid that electricity.
Did I get all them? Or...
Turbo.
Okay, that one's destroyed. Can I damage the boss yet?
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful. Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
Hold on, let me try getting a different weapon.
Missile.
It is a real good thing this one doesn't have a time limit.
Laser.
Oh, jeez. Am I missing some?
You know, in a competently made game, these would be things that would be explained by some kind of overarching, like, command presence or some kind of briefing or some kind of indication in game, but, you know, it's asking too much.
Health systems low.
So feel free to disagree. Is it just me, or does it seem like the transitions between under and above water have gotten jerkier as you've been playing?
Oh, they've always been pretty jerky, but it's kind of bad now.
Yeah, like if it just feels like it's gotten worse somehow.
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
So, what? I'm at a loss, man. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. I'm legitimately wondering if maybe there's supposed to be a weak spot that you're supposed to fire at, but the game's not giving a clear indication of that.
Energy claw.
Still blows my mind that the random enemies are giving you more of a hassle than the boss itself.
I really don't know what I'm supposed to do.
This is
Missile.
because it really seems like you've tried everything.
Energy claw.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna see if I can find something. Because this is the first boss fight.
Laser. Health systems low.
The fact this game is so droning does not help at all. That was a good idea. Have no music at points when it would seem appropriate. Oh, I love this. The only gameplay I could find was somebody playing, like, maybe the first two levels. That's great. That's great.
I keep thinking that the energy bar went down, but then no.
Nope.
Pierce, your vitals
You thought you were making progress.
Wait, it has taken damage, but how?
Oh, really? I don't know what you did differently. There is that part of me that is still just racking my brain, trying to figure out what it could possibly be.
Napalm bullet.
At least my gaming instincts for something like this is like, I'm used to bosses that have like those links, like when they have like, they're not really a snake, but they have like links attached to them. My instinct is always, oh, you attack those different links and they disappear as you fire at them and the boss progressively gets shorter. But that's clearly not what's happening here. Oh wait, is it taking more damage?
I think it is.
Okay.
So here's my
Okay.
theory.
Okay.
You look at what is shooting out of the enemy, and then get that weapon to use against it.
Man, that would be a really great thing for the game to communicate to you. Especially since the boss puts no effort into actually fighting you. Almost there. Almost. I'm actually curious to see what the explosion animation looks like. I'm prepared to be thoroughly disappointed.
I mean, you're assuming there will be an animation.
True. This could be one of those games where like the explosion effect occurs and then just like the model just fades out of existence. Then again, that's assuming there will be an explosion effect, so we'll see.
Mission complete.
What?
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this? You are a winner.
Cutscene. Sort of.
Son, your mother would have been proud.
Graduating the academy was the happiest day of her life.
You're trying to have a plot now.
Stop smiling.
Yeah. It's like, oh crap, we didn't actually write our characters. We need to give them something.
But I bet she's watching you right now. I realize your team has had little to no rest.
Also, I'd like to point out this cutscene is not attached to the boss fight in any way. There's like no post-boss fight cutscene. It's just you cut here for no reason.
You'd be right. The base
And they're
is a fertile
reusing stills.
island filled with bad
Yep.
weather and scavengers scattered from hell to breakfast. And if that's not enough to jar your preserves, Sneed's reactivating the giant
there's that guy.
spider. The maniac's trying to build some sort of electromagnetic weapon.
Wait, why did his hat disappear?
Shaking the fat man.
Marlowe was once a renowned scientist, and
We didn't have a budget to show him taking his hat off.
Show him with his fingers at his chin again. Do it.
Tell me
Yes!
about his forces in southern Texas.
God.
Sneed's hired an army of scavengers called the Rogue Highlands for protection. They've got a leader slicker than otter snot by the name of
This is really a case where still images and text would actually almost seem more suitable.
Let me guess. You came to tell me Seablade Squadron is heading to southern Texas for recon and rescue.
How many people did voiceovers to this? Because some of these sound like the same person, just doing gruff guy voice and smooth voice.
That is a good question.
What?
See here.
I mean, do we do Southern Texas missions? Do we just jump straight to the end?
Okay, I'll say this. I think let's do one mission per the new locales and then see what the other bosses look like.
Okay. We'll do the reconnaissance ones.
Yeah. At least that'll be, like, relatively straightforward. It won't take probably as much time and as much repetition and troubleshooting, so to speak.
Seablade, you are underway. Good luck.
And away we go.
Oh, jeez. This is... Oh, man. This level is ugly as fuck. Okay, I'm sorry to be that blunt, but wow. This level is...
Southern
This looks like it was
Texas...
slapped together.
Environmentally, Southern Texas does not look that different from Venezuela. I mean, the architecture's different, but other than that...
Yeah. And I mean... Hang on. I'm gonna... before I sound like an idiot, I'm going to look up a map real quick, because I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. Because, I mean... I guess you would... The only way for this to make sense is I guess you would have to be somewhere near the Gulf of Mexico. Because, like, most of Texas isn't, like, adjacent to the sea. Part of it is, yes, but... Oh, God, this is so cluttered. This really feels like they just, like, made some models and slapped them in random spots. Sense of color in this level, too, is just god-awful.
Well,
Hate to say it, but Venezuela really was the best-looking level in this game.
This is the precursor to the gray period, where every game was just various shades of gray and brown.
Oh, yeah. I actually remember, like, during that period, I got a lot of pushback from people saying that they... I mean, and mind you, this is just a me thing. I was just never fond of that aesthetic at all. But, like, I remember getting pushback from people sometimes who were like, that's more realistic. And I'm like, the real world doesn't look brown and gray.
I mean, it does if you have a very depressing life, but other than that...
True. Or if you're colorblind, I guess, to an extent.
I mean, if you have, like, the most extreme and rarest form of colorblindness...
True. I remember Gears of War in particular. I don't have a copy of it anymore, but I remember when I played that game, I was like, this is brown and gray to the point where it legitimately makes me not want to look at it. Which might not be the most popular thing in the world to say, but, like, the first Gears of War visually just made me not want to play it because I didn't like looking at it.
Funny thing, I own the first Gears of War. I have owned it for a while. I got it... Okay, I didn't get it brand new. I got it on sale, but it was a new copy. Like, it was still in the shrink wrap. And 5 years later, I took the shrink wrap off of it,
Mission complete.
but I still haven't played it.
So, as someone who has played it, I will say this. I am legitimately of the opinion that it's not that it's a bad game, it's not for me. I found the aiming and the controls kind of stiff, but I kind of also feel like that was probably purposeful, just because the characters are wearing these very bulky suits. So I think that might have been, like, something they did on purpose to, like, kind of make the characters feel the way they look, if that makes sense. But it just wasn't for me. I am more of a fan of third-person shooters that have more free range of motion.
That's fair. Speaking of, welcome to Colorado.
Oh yeah, I've been to this part of Colorado before. Yep.
Danger. Enemy ships spotted. Danger. Enemy ships spotted.
There's no sea in this level? I mean, I guess it's Colorado, it really wouldn't make that much sense, but...
I haven't seen any water yet.
Yeah. But then again, like I said, it's Colorado, so in fairness, that probably would be weird if there was like a prominent body of water.
Oh, the frame rate kind of comes and goes lately.
There's way too much on the screen right now. And I think the game just cannot handle it anymore.
Protected. There must be some way of deactivating it.
Maybe that's why it
I've mentioned-
deliberately had me fly into this gray corner.
And I know I've said this before, like, I've mentioned the clutter in this game, but, like, this level in particular, wow, was this... What? Oh, okay, wait, is that a door? Okay, it looks... What the... It looks like a... I mean, I guess it has some texture when you get closer, but it looks like a flat black texture.
Health systems low.
Okay. It's weird how that door has more light on the inside than the outside where the sun is, but okay. Oh, but that door texture looks okay.
Because it's not shoved into the corner.
Yeah.
So there's actual light on it.
You're doing great, Pierce.
Shield.
Oh wow, it actually flew me into the middle of a bunch of turrets.
Oh, that's lovely. That's totally not a beginner's trap. Then again, I guess if you're this far in the game, you probably hypothetically weren't a beginner. Then again, that's assuming that somebody's beaten this game without cheating before.
I have doubts.
Yeah, just because this comes across as the kind of game where even if you were a god at it, you still might eventually just get screwed over with your memory file. I still will say skyboxes are actually pretty nice. The sun's overly big, but it still kind of looks nice. Like, it really is the best looking thing in this game.
Danger. Enemy ships spotted.
It's not even counting the route markers anymore. There are that many.
Wow. Mission complete. You know, people might complain about the fact that we're missing the very important and intensive story in this game, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Alright, Golgotha.
Golgotha. You know, I guess in my head, when I first read that, just auto-corrected it to Goliath before I actually realized it said Golgotha. What the hell are we... What the... Okay. Okay. So, it literally looks like you could run into that skybox. Like, it looks like the skybox is a couple feet away from the level. The animations on this robot.
Oh,
whoa!
oops.
Yo, yeah. Yo, lovely. Oh, man. Wait, where did it...
Where-
oh, I think it jumped up to one of the platforms? Or did it?
I don't see it.
Or- wait. Oh god, don't tell me. I'm gonna hold my breath for a second. Okay, there it is. I was really worried this is like the boss was so incompetently designed that it literally jumped into the air and never came back down. I feel like that glow effect was not where it was supposed to be, but I'll just leave it at that.
Health systems low.
This actually, in looking at it, that boss, its texture is a very flat gray.
Pierce, your vital signs are low. Please repeat.
Like, it actually looks like the least detailed thing in this level. Which is weird, because you'd think it would be the other way around, given it's the thing you're fighting. But... Actually, out of curiosity, would you be willing to test something real quick? I just want to see... I want to see how far out you can fly away from the boss.
Alright.
Like, that skybox looks so...
Well, I mean, I
weird.
can see the bottom of it.
Yeah, okay. It makes you turn around.
All
Okay,
range
there.
mode.
There we go. Okay. Didn't even have the decency to make you do a barrel roll. Or damn barrel. Damn it, I got my phrases mixed up. I mean like a reverse loop. Boss really just looks like... It doesn't even look like it's a robot walking. It looks like it's just like a really fat guy that's like just having like struggling to move its legs.
I mean, I'm doing damage to it, sort of.
Yeah, at least this one is more straightforward. I'll say that much. The weak point is obvious, and it also just, at least there's no like ass backwards way of finally being able to damage it.
That leads me to question, did I even have to do the shield generator stuff for that other boss?
That is a fair question. I'm actually starting to question that now that you said that.
Why did it force me to turn her?
Wait,
What
is the... Okay, there we go.
was I too high? And it forced me to fly down?
It just seems like the collision detection doesn't know how to handle when you run into something that's also moving. Like, it's like, oh, the boss is there, but... And again, you clipped through it earlier, so that's not true. This game isn't... This game is inconsistent in a way that's very strange. I am honestly kind of dumbfounded by how incomplete this chunk of the game feels. Like, don't get me wrong. Other parts of the game felt incomplete. But, like, just looking at this looks like a beta. This looks like the boss was not complete. Like, this is, like, something that you would not show to the public even for a demo.
It's a proof of concept, really.
Yeah. And it's not even really attacking you.
Well, and it is when it does this. And there were other turrets, but I think they just kind of gave up.
Like, they realized they were in Seablade, and it's like, nah, not worth it.
They realized I used the invincibility cheat.
Yeah, our efforts are futile. Just let him win.
Health systems low.
Nobody told the boss that, though.
Okay, so... It seriously comes across like, because you've been staying in place, it keeps landing and then flying up again in the exact same pattern. Like, it stops at that pillar, walks to that pillar, and then goes back up. Like, almost every time now for the last while. Oh, wait, is it dead?
That was an actual death animation.
Yeah, oh, wow. Okay. You actually programmed one that time.
Yeah, why didn't the first boss have one?
I'm honestly impressed. In the worst way possible, I'm impressed.
The gratitude of the Northern Rebel forces goes out to the entire Seablade Squadron for my rescue.
Man, this is every old man voice.
Yep.
Dr. Cruz, just what incarnation
Honestly, it reminds me of like the old man voice I once auditioned for, like an abridged series a long time ago that never happened. Like the obvious, like I am trying to be an old man voice.
Is his hair painted on?
Actually, it looked like his jaw was like, his upper jaw was like weirdly not meshed with the rest of his model too.
Almost 200 million years old.
Like look at his jaw there.
That's our name for this.
Yeah.
Or not so much now, but like in the frame before, it looked really weird. But actually, yeah, texture-wise, that hair looks entirely painted on. Like it is pure white and nothing else.
It apparently utilized microorganisms we call symbiotes to greatly enhance its neurological abilities. Scientists, led by Samuel Reese, began testing the symbiotes on themselves. I assure you.
Hey, okay.
Results were
So,
I think that was supposed to be like a glowing effect, but it looked like they just grabbed an image off of Google and couldn't get rid of the white outline.
it did.
control of the research. And that
Like,
was
I understand that sometimes when you're low budget, there's only so much you can do. And I can respect that, because sometimes you've got to make do with what you have.
we know as
There's also a certain level where I'm like, okay, being low budget to an extent stops being an excuse after so long.
DNA into my head? No, not space alien.
You could just not do this.
Species indigenous to the Earth.
True.
I'm turning into some freaking alien with dough.
Oh, what was...
Oh!
Your
Oh.
ass in the next week. Proceed, Dr. Cruz.
Again, you could just not do this.
Dr.
Yeah,
Reese
yeah.
secretly continues
I hate to be that guy again, but this is really a case where
I know it's
I feel like,
unbelievable.
whoa, what?
Revived. I'm not sure I believe it even now.
I looked away.
I'll be
What the...
John Brown.
What
Using
was-
its highly evolved neural
What is this?
the creature quickly gained control over the scientists.
Wow, that figure on her. I'm just gonna ignore that for a
Managed
sec,
to
but...
free myself and others before being driven off. That was the last I
Man, those
saw of
legs.
Dr.
But,
Reese and Mr. Sneed. They joined forces either unwillingly or willingly, and no one knows for
Okay.
sure with the first. Now I joined the Northern Rebel forces.
Okay, is it just me? Is she wearing less clothes now?
I think so.
Maybe it's just me.
From the first mind control.
I can't tell if less clothes or less textures.
Yeah.
Still a lot of work to be done, but yes.
This scene is still going on.
Will be
Yes, it is. It's like,
This is an
we forgot to add a story earlier on. Let's compensate by having a bunch of extra long cutscenes later on. Oh my. Okay, sorry. I was scared for a second there because it said mission 1, and I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
Off to London.
Okay, let's see what London's like.
Hopefully that guy's bottom lip doesn't consume the rest of his jaw.
Seablade, you are underway. Good luck.
Oh, hello,
You know-
comrade. Oh, you missed the part where he had to restart twice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like seriously, the game crashed and he had to restart. And then before that, the game randomly sent him back to level 1 for no reason. I literally had to give him like an unlock everything cheat for us to continue to do this. Because otherwise, I would not have blamed him for quitting.
Every time I get shot, it knocks me in a different direction.
It's like the camera jerks too. And I hate to say this again, but it's like the jerking gets worse as the game goes on. Maybe I'm just more cognizant of it now, but it really comes across like it's legitimately gotten worse.
I mean, it certainly doesn't feel better.
Health systems low.
You know, I will admit.
Big Ben!
Wait.
Okay, it's London.
Okay, Wow, that's actually a discernible, monument there. This is actually recognizable as London.
Well, I mean, that one part is.
Well, you know, you gotta take your victories where you can, man. Though, I am kind of left wondering why London is like this weird, like, enclosed area surrounded by mountains and nothingness. But, you know, small victories.
Health system low.
Do you think maybe just all the cutscenes in the middle of the game are still images, and then the end cutscene will actually be animated?
Please be careful.
Ooh, I wouldn't put money on that. I really would not put money on that.
I mean, I'm not either. That might
If
just
it
be
was-
wishful. That's probably wishful thinking.
If it was, I would at least say, hey, at least maybe there were people on the project that cared enough. Only because, like I said, this comes across like a project that was completed within over the course of a couple months. So if they actually put effort into the ending, I'd be like, oh, these people might have actually cared, but they didn't get time to finish it. See, now I'm getting weird, like, Transylvania vibes.
Yeah, someone realized that there were old castles in the United Kingdom, so they just threw one into the middle of London.
Yeah. Oh, okay then. So we've got like one more boss, I think, right?
Let's see, we did Golgath.
Oh, Iceland. You do
Yeah, we're
Iceland
on
yet?
Iceland reconnaissance. And then there's a
Okay.
boss, and then there's some shit after that.
Okay.
I'm at the point where I don't even need to look at what the invincibility cheat is.
Second nature, man. Second nature.
Spy droid engaged.
Wait, what?
Oh, we're dropping
Wait.
off a spy?
Okay.
You know, the thing about Iceland is that there's actually not a huge amount of ice.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how Iceland and Greenland's names are kind of weirdly flipped in some ways.
Droid placed and
But it's like so many times in fiction, Iceland is portrayed in a way where it is living up to its name.
Like I mean, even the Mighty Ducks got it right.
Yeah. Oh my god, those weapons.
They're so much better than mine.
That's the thing, it's like, these enemies are so much more powerful than you. That's what kills me.
Well, it was killing me, and then the cheat happened.
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't find that, we would have, like, axed this hours ago.
Oh, I would not have blamed you. Like, legitimately, if I didn't give you those cheats, I would have been like, dude, if you don't want to play anymore, I don't blame you at all. Like, this game almost defies your ability to play it in a lot of ways. Which, once again, I think it says something that those are the only two cheats in the game, because I think the developers realized that you get hurt way too easily, and the game will randomly take away your progress for no reason.
It's a feature.
Not a bug.
Pierce, return to the Odyssey.
Man, that water is really ugly. You'd almost see like the texture getting weirder as you move toward it.
Spy droid engaged.
You're almost done, man. You're getting there. You're getting there. Just 2 more things to do.
Health systems low.
It's just there's so much cluttered everywhere. It's just like it's very clear to me that so many parts of these levels were not designed for you to be able to fly through. Even though that's exactly what you should be doing.
Placed and activated.
Yeah, I'm sure these spies are gonna have no trouble infiltrating this place. With everyone seeing me dropping them off.
You know, it's about fair play. You know, they won't expose the spy until they have solid evidence. Well, you know, other than the person obviously dropping them off. We need more than that. That's not conducive in court.
I mean, sure, that picture of a spy we know about and this person standing next to me look very similar, but the guy next to me is wearing glasses.
Exactly. And if Clark Kent has taught me anything, glasses make all the difference.
3 times.
Why do I need to pick up these route markers?
Actually, yeah, because that's not really tied at all to the mission you're supposed to be doing.
Pierce, return to the Odyssey.
It really just comes across like they were
Wait.
running out of ideas.
I think I realize what that's for.
Health systems low.
Oh,
It-
what?
It guides you to the place you're supposed to drop off the spy. Then it makes you go back and pick up the spy and then fly back to the place you just found.
So busy work, essentially.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing.
Oh my god.
Why would you do... That just makes it even more suspicious.
Oh my god. I don't understand why the internet forgot this game. Oh wow, that run animation. What the hell is that?
I wasn't going to call it a run. I think that's a bit generous.
Fair enough. It's like that was like
That's a
speed
saunter.
walk- Yeah. Yep, just put the mountains so close to each other they clip through each other there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Some of these mountains actually look like mountains I've seen in the Fearless games I play, which is a terrible sign.
And you know, as much as I've ragged on this game, there is that part of me that thinks, yeah, as much as it does not seem like a good game at all, there's also that part of me that looks at it and thinks, you know, I don't really think the developers had that much time to finish this. How much they cared, I don't know, because I can't really say. Especially since, you know, this is a game where it's been kind of lost to the sands of time in a lot of ways.
Enemy ships spotted.
But at the same time, it comes across like they probably did as much as they could in the very limited time they had.
Pierce, your mission equipment
This
is
seems
ready
like the
for backup
definition
Odyssey.
of let's get this out in a couple months. Or, well, more than a couple, but like let's get it out in less than a year. Because even for this era, the lighting feels very unrefined.
Spy droid placed
Yep.
and activated.
There's the empty void of blackness there.
Health systems low.
Okay, I will give the game this. The fact that certain things that are destructible get highlighted in red is a nice touch for a game that, by and large, does not convey what you're supposed to do half the time.
Oh. I was trying to go straight down, but you can't do that into the water.
Okay, that was weird.
Also, why am I constantly hearing whale calls underwater?
Oh my god. Weirdly, this kind of reminds me, I mean, mind you, very vague connection. It kind of reminds me of, oh my god, I almost said Raid Shadow Legends. But, oh my god, what the hell was that last game you reviewed?
Shadow War of Succession?
Yes, thank you. I don't know why I thought of Raid Shadow Legends.
No, it's okay to equate the two. I'll allow this.
Fair enough. It just makes me think about, like, how, like, there's a part where you pointed out how you could, like, the car sounds are integrated into the music track, and they're not actually separate from what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
It comes across like a weird thing in sound design where they were trying to make it come across as more realistic, but as a result, it just kind of ruins the atmosphere, especially, like, in this case where there's no actual whales.
Mission complete. Good work, Pierce.
Why do I even need the route markers? Can I just fly straight to the ship and end it?
See, that would be too easy.
Okay, I'm seeing Alien Entity Boss. I haven't watched the mission briefings for this. Let's see this one.
The Southern Alliance believes that large energy fluctuations are coming from abandoned
Yep.
research facilities.
At least we know they use the same animations the entire
These are
game.
not natural and indicate something of immense power lurking beneath the pole. Seablade needs to go in and shut down the base. Keep in mind that the point of origin for the first was in this area. This may be a trap, or it may be an
Once again, I'll be
indication that
right back.
recent are looking to reactivate some form of the first technology.
Well, that taught me absolutely nothing.
General quarters. General quarters. All personnel, command your stations. Repeat. General quarters. General quarters. All personnel, command your stations.
I'm actually gonna wait for a moment.
Okay, I have returned.
Okay. Let's see, Alien Entity Boss.
Okay, is this the last one?
I think.
Okay.
What?
Okay. What the hell is going on?
Laser.
Okay.
Oh, this is like that one Star Fox boss.
Yeah.
Pierce, your vital
Oh,
signs are
wow.
low. Please be
Is
careful.
this... I'm really wondering if this is going to be a case where because you're invincible, this boss is going to be super easy now. You know, I'm not that this isn't really a fair comparison, but this kind of reminds me of System Shock in a weird way. Like, there's really no, like, concrete comparison. It's just more a sort of visual thing. And that's honestly giving this game too much credit.
I can't tell what's happening.
Notice this boss does not have a health bar.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is, okay. Oh, it regenerates, okay.
Hang in there, frame rate. It's almost over. Yeah, I just found a piece of the environment to get stuck on so it won't push me back.
Hey, you know what? That works.
So I think I have to hit a certain... Yeah, you gotta... like, get it where these green dots are.
I'll say this, at least, like, there's a visual indicator as to what you're supposed to do here. Even if, once again, the electricity in this game feels like it's way too overpowered when you're not invincible. You know, maybe if we had played through the whole game the way it was intended, maybe this would feel like an epic struggle of a boss fight where all the narrative...
I mean, it's a struggle, but...
where all the narrative threads tied together for a satisfying and epic conclusion. But, you know, because cheats were used, we may never know. This could have been an epic conclusion, but... you know, cheating was involved, and who knows? You know, to be serious for a moment, there is that part of me that looks at this and thinks, maybe there was some kind of larger narrative that integrated the aliens and, like, the more outlandish technology more naturally. But there's also that part of me that's like, yeah, if the game really wanted that to be the case, maybe, like, there should have been an actual story earlier on, and maybe you should have made the game better. But, once again, can only expect so much. Oh, gotta love that black blank texture up there.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Pierce, your vital signs
Oh,
are low.
wait,
Please be careful.
yeah. Wait, is it?
The boss
Is that-
shrugged
oh.
and we won.
That's great. Why does only one boss have an actual death animation? What the hell? Okay. Okay.
It looks like the Seablade Squadron did it, Admiral. Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Admiral.
Oh my god. All personnel, man your stations. Unidentified multiple boats
Oh.
entering Earth's atmosphere.
What?
Wait a minute.
You don't
Are we
wanna
getting
know.
sequel bait?
Oh no, I was wrong. The first didn't go extinct. They just left the planet. And now, they're back to reclaim it.
What?
General
Oh, okay.
quarters,
I was
general
really confused by
quarters.
that effect there for
All
a second.
personnel, man your stations.
So there's more after the final boss. Fuck it, I'm just jumping to the last one.
Okay.
Your
Let's
team
see.
is being sent to Iceland for cleanup operations against remaining northern forces. This will be Seablade Squadron's final mission to the north, so be safe, and we'll see you on the other side.
So wait, the final boss isn't actually the end of the game?
Nope.
Okay.
Go for the high score. Let's see what you're made out of.
Wait a minute. So this is just a high score mission?
I guess so. Is there... Oh, okay, so there is a time limit, I guess. Okay, like I'm. There is that part of me that is trying to be more animated here, but there's also that part of me that's like, nah, this is.
It's not. Yeah, it's
This is
not
about
worth
what
it.
I expect. This is about what I expect at this point.
Freeze. Missile. Systems low.
And you gotta love how the enemy ships are more maneuverable than you are.
Shield.
Damn, these missiles suck.
Oh wait, what's this?
Damn, thanks Raptor Stream Zone for the 14 months of subscription.
Damn, dude.
You saw this and said, yes, I need more of that in my life.
Truly, you must continue to stream this game for the next 14 months.
I'm going pro in Seablade.
I heard in South America there's like a pro Seablade community.
I'm gonna win all the Applebee's gift certificates.
Use your vital signs are low.
And I hate to be that guy, but like the game has unfortunately gone to this place where I'm like, I legitimately find talking about Applebee's more interesting. I hate to be that guy, but man, every time I've gone to Applebee's in like the last year, I've been like severely disappointed every single time. But like, there's also the part of me that's like, it's Applebee's, so what did I expect?
Use your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
Oh my god, you're getting hit so much. Like, you're getting hit so much, it's honestly absurd.
It's okay, it'll all be over soon.
Oh yeah. You're in the home stretch, you're in the home stretch, you're almost there.
Use your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
I'm actually trying to find where the enemy ship is, and I'm having trouble.
It's weird how previously I said how I think the levels needed to be opened up more. And now that the levels are more opened and less cluttered, I'm now looking at this and I'm like, oh geez. Now it feels like it's like there's almost that point where it's like, what are you even supposed to do now?
Your vital signs are low. Please be careful.
Less than 30 seconds.
You're almost there. You're almost there. The end is in sight. Just gotta stick it out.
Mission complete. Good work.
What?
Pierce.
Oh, okay. The time ran out. Okay. I'm so used to those abrupt endings. I'm like, wait, what happened there?
Wait, so is there not an actual ending? The only thing left after this is the high score missions.
Yep. But that's if you're truly hardcore and want to prove that you're the best around. You know, I feel like tonight we truly uncovered a classic gem that has been, unfortunately, it's been hidden by the nature of the internet. But I think it's very important that we played this game tonight because, in the end, you know, some games really were meant to be rediscovered, and I think we did the right thing.
We discovered that on a metaphysical level, there is a C-blade inside all of us that needs to be surgically removed.
You know, I will respect that you went with the exact opposite direction I was thinking we're going to go. But at the same time, I think you're right. In the end, we just kind of need to accept the fact that if there is truly a C-blade in us, we need to do everything we can to expunge it from our being.
Thanks, Visionscape Interactive. The credits are better animated than the cutscenes.
Oh, Tammy and Mac McDonald. Okay.
So this was a family affair?
Looks like it. Hate to say it, but seeing that coupled with those characters, it kind of makes me wonder if maybe some of these characters were based upon some of the
PhD,
developers.
come on.
Well, we know who to blame for the programming. And the art. And the design. And mission editor. And game. There's one guy who did all three of those things.
I mean, it explains a... There was no way two people worked on the cinematics.
No, that'd be crazy. That'd be ridiculous.
What animations?
What? That's exactly what I was about to say. What animations?
I'm noticing a lot of names being repeated.
Yeah. Hate to be that guy once again, but it just comes across like a low-budget title that was rushed out.
Oh, Blupka Productions.
Special thanks, huh?
Damn. It's GameFly, I don't have a manual. Neighbor Kid?
It's like let me not give my real identity.
Business Manger?
Oh my god! Oh god. And the rest of the Simon & Schuster team. Okay. Actually, you know what? I referenced Simon & Schuster before. That was actually the website, like the latest version of the website that was redirected to that website. So I guess there is a connection there. So, in conclusion, 10 out of 10.
Who is the co-host? Well, that's Dr. Black of Fighterworks Factory.
Truly the greatest person to ever live. I am truly the greatest co-host to ever be on the stream. Anyone disagrees? Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I am so done with this.
Dude, I don't blame you. Like, and this is me being fully honest. There were certain points near the end there where I was trying so hard to find something to say, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is so dull. Like, what is there even left to say at this point? I will say it had certain things that looked visually decent in certain very, very few select spots, but overall, no, not at all.
So I just looked up Visionscape Interactive. And,
Well, here we go.
Of all things for this to happen during, thanks D-Raptor for gifting Mati Czar a tier 1 sub. For Seablade. Let's see, I'm looking up the other games Visionscape Interactive worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And before this, they did Land Before Time Great Valley Racing Adventure. They
The
did,
Land Before Time?
and after this, the final game I can find from them, MTV Pimp My Ride.
Oh, God. That's barely even a game. And you know, when I remember when I looked up the website, and I mentioned this before, like, they weren't even offering new games at this point, or well, back in like 2003 or 4, whenever the website was still active. It pretty much said, like, we are not selling games anymore, but if you have, like, if you want to, like, patch the games you already own, here you go, basically. It's but at the same time, it's like there is that point where you're like, well, yeah, if you're really putting out these kind of games, what do you expect? Like, I actually saw, like, the M&M game was listed as one of the games they made. The PS1 M&M game, I mean.
So I looked up the voice cast, and I'm sure you'll be surprised to know that of the 4 voice actors, 3 of them, Seablade is their only credit.
Ooh, that's super surprising.
But then there's Tony Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Who voiced it in Star Wars Rebel Assault.
Huh, okay. Well, in fairness, I do recall earlier in this, Hero, I believe, referenced Star... Or, well, no, actually it was you. You referenced Star Wars. Like, yeah, I can see that.
Somebody did. He was also in Diablo 2.
Okay. Well, I guess there was somebody who was... Well, actually, let me ask you, who did he voice?
In what?
In this.
I don't know because they didn't credit individual characters.
Ah, damn, okay.
Does IMDb tell me?
It legitimately makes me wonder if that was on purpose.
Yeah, it's not saying. I'm gonna try and look up who he voiced in Diablo 2.
Okay.
Elzix and a guard.
Okay, fair enough. I would just like to say to Dio in the chat there, if Steve Blum was in this game, then I would be amazed.
He did pop up during one... I can't remember which game it was, but he popped up in the credits after I jokingly said, "Who does Steve Bloom voice in this one?" Him and Nolan North.
That is, you know, that's the thing about it, because, like, they will be in things even when you don't expect them to. I admit, this is just a me thing. Like, I mostly know Steve Blum as, like, being the guy who currently plays Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. At least in modern day, of course. Obviously, he's done a lot of other things I've watched or played.
I know him for Wolverine, mainly.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
What was this game's story, Heel Raptor? Yes.
That's about all. That's about all you can say, really. That really is about all you can say.
I think we're fighting rebel groups, or saving the world, or looking for. I don't know. It just kind of stops at some point.
Christ, they're all back.
Like, even the boss fights literally just kind of stop. Like, sometimes, like, the first boss you fought didn't even have a death animation. This game is clearly not finished.
Well, I'm gonna hop off the stream and reconsider some life choices and then have dinner.
That's fair enough. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have dinner too. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, sure thing.
'Cause it's time to call the